Hello everyone, Treecks here and welcome back to Wario Land 2. It seems we took a wrong turn somewhere in the previous episode because the treasure map pieces aren't going in order anymore. Oops. Even though I still think they are in order because we entered the factory level in town and there we took a secret exit, and the other chapter for the bottom left part is actually after this stage, so I still think this one should be done first. So let's continue with this mysterious factory. We're at stage 2. So let's go in. Into the factory. Finally, the true factory. And not just some silly office or warehouse kind of building. Let's return to this factory aesthetic that we've only seen once officially. But of course there's more levels in this aesthetic, and it's all taking place in this alternative chapter. Okay, this stage is not too difficult if I can remember correctly. This is bonus room, so let's go in here first. Be careful because these things at the top of the screen actually hurt you. We'll see more of them in later stages. But these sparkly things up there, these actually hurt you the moment you touch them, so don't think they're just fancy lights. They can actually hinder you. I can even remember an owl maze making use of that, but I'm pretty sure that's one of the next stages. Okay, let's move on. Conveyor belts speak for themselves. Don't have to worry about the treasure room in this stage, because if I remember correctly, that is in the final room of this stage. Where the end also is, so... Okay, obviously there's something down here, so let's go here first. Okay, nothing in there. Okay, this down there looks like continuation, so let's go up here first. Some of these walls really look breakable sometimes. It can be really tricky in this game, I always feel. Some of the walls that are breakable don't really look breakable, but in fact they are. And the other way around. Sometimes you think, yeah, this wall definitely is breakable. There's really something behind there, but then that wall is apparently not breakable. It can be a little bit confusing sometimes. They really try to trick you in games like these. Okay, I'm pretty sure I don't want to get drunk here, so let's ignore all these guys. Drunk Wario is one of the few Wario transformations that rarely helps you, so it's better to ignore that if you can. Can't really think of any situation where it would help you. Unless I would become drunk because of all the beer bottles these guys throw at me. Okay, there's another one who also hits me. I am not going to bother. Let's just move on. Okay, flat Wario action, eh? Let's go in here first, because this is the treasure room. We are in the final room of the stage. It's a pretty short stage, as you might have noticed. Luckily it is, because maybe I can actually go for 3 stages this time again. Perhaps even 4, but I'm not counting on that. Let's just do the minigame first. At the right? No. Oh, the other right. Dang it. I honestly did not see that. I have noticed while playing through this game that I do have a tendency to look at the left side a little bit more than the right, even though I know I shouldn't. But then again, every time I fail, the game makes it easy for me. And next time success is there. And luckily it was, because with 36 coins remaining I wouldn't even have been able to try the hard mode if I had to try again. But okay, let's finish this stage. We obviously need to do some floating action in order to get some, yeah, little niches with coins in them. That's pretty much all you can do here. And of course find out how to get to the exit, because the exit's also here. Not really sure how to get there, but I'll find out. I know it's at the bottom right of the screens, up there. But we'll try a couple of things out while floating down in a minute. Eventually, we should find a way to get in there. Stop throwing your bottles at me. Okay, another door. Oh, this in this stage. Now, perhaps I'm thinking of another maze. This is probably just for a bonus room. This is actually what I was talking about a few minutes ago. These sparkly lights that are actually obstacles. Even though they look funny, but they hurt you. But I did remember there's a stage that actually resolves around one giant maze with you having to go through that with the owl. But apparently there's also a little bonus room in this stage present. Did not quite remember that. So you can use that to prepare yourself for one of the later stages where this actually becomes a stage gimmick. It's been a while. Ever since Maze Woods we have not seen that at all anymore. It's finally going to return. But first we need to get out of this stage. Let's go see if we can find out how to do that now. Okay, floating down to the right over there is impossible, as we've noticed. So what we want to do is actually ignore this guy and climb this while still being flat. So we can use this higher altitude to actually float down to the right. There we go. Now let's make sure we jump correctly. Yeah, there we go. Definitely not easy. There we go. A little bit of a puzzle, you might say, at the end. A flat Wario puzzle. Trying to find out how to jump and from what angles. But here's the solution. I can't really say I'm breaking 7,000 coins now, because we're going to drop below that, obviously. But hopefully not too far. 7 or 1. Okay, 7. There we go. I would actually say this map is already usable because, trust me, the X is going to appear at that cave over there. So I'm not really sure where we're still collecting these final pieces. But still, we also need the treasures from these stages, including this one. Move through the water. Okay, water in a factory, really. Sounds tedious, but trust me, it isn't. This stage isn't too bad, even though at first sight it actually looks like a pretty big puzzle. Our goal in this stage pretty much comes down to changing the flow of water. As you might have noticed, at the bottom of this room there's a current blocking our path. And of course, we have a way to actually change that current. It's all a matter of finding a switch. Guess where we can find that. Okay, I remember I need to bring you along, because the game's going to be mean and place some enemy blocks here. Yeah, there we are. As you can see, we have a faucet over there, and that faucet will get turned off the moment we hit the switch, which will take care of the water currents in this stage. There's nothing here, so let's move down, because there, obviously, there is something. Goes down a pretty long way. Ow. Come on, stop hitting me. Once is enough. Okay, let's move on to the right. We don't have to check left, because that actually connects back to the first room. So we would only be going in circles if we do that. Okay, this is nothing more than just some simple conveyor belt action. The factory stages do love their conveyor belt action. Ah, no! Seriously? Okay, we're doing this room twice now, it seems. Okay, let's not get hit again. There we go. Even though I do want these coins. Okay, this looks breakable. Yeah, it is. I was talking about how sometimes walls look breakable, but they are not. But sometimes they still are. Okay, what else do we have? More currents. I'm pretty sure the treasure room is actually hidden behind the current. Okay, not over here. Okay, these blocks can actually raise with the water level if we raise it. So we can reach that door, for instance. This guy over here. first we need to find the switch, because this time around we are actually going to raise the water level, it seems. As you can see, faucet gets turned on again the moment we hit the switch. Okay, check down here first for some coins, because why not? I don't even have 100 yet, so actually still need to collect some coins if I actually want to reach the treasure room this time around. So failure is not an option, definitely. Here, as you can see, these blocks also rise. Okay, and the current is also on down here for the complete picture. Okay, Spring Wario. We have not used you in a while. We have seen you a couple of times, but usually it's in situations where we didn't want to get turned into Spring Wario because of us having to go down. But this time we are actually going up again, so finally Spring Wario gets used in practice. We can go down the right corridor quickly for some more extra coins. Luckily the spikes are up here, because otherwise it's a long wait until the transformation runs out, so I appreciate that quick method of losing it. Even though I do lose some coins with it. But it seems I will be able to reach 200 coins before I reach the treasure room. We should be in this room actually, the treasure room. Okay, not over here. For this we actually need the water level to get lowered again. Yeah, this is actually the treasure room. I remember this part. There's actually a current there, as you can see. So first we need to find a way to turn the faucet off again. And then the water level will lower, so we can reach those coins and we can reach the treasure room. But here we have some Fire Wario puzzles. Okay, and this one is not easy, because the jumping here is quite annoying. And if you miss the jump, you actually fall in the water here, as you can see, so let's see if you are a better idea. Yeah, this works. I love how the end of stage jingle attempts to get going the moment we actually approach the exit of the stage. In the middle of our Fire Wario music, we suddenly get a toot-it. Awesome. But obviously we also need to break some blocks there, so let's reset the room because I killed both of the fire foxes. You. And this one is easier, because this one we can just bounce around between these two walls. Okay, here we are at the end. But as you may know, we are not done yet. We saw where the treasure room was, but first, faucet off and return to the previous room. Because without a treasure in hand, I am never going to enter an exit of the stage. Okay, the water level is also lowered, so these coins are also accessible to us. Let's do that first. You might never know, I might need those extra coins. Okay, and these ones can be reached by breaking this wall. That is pretty obvious. Okay, let's move to the treasure room now. The only thing we still have to do. And then quickly make our way to the end. So we can indeed do another 3-stage video. Okay, almost 14 minutes. I should be able to do that. I remember the next stage is also not too long, so that shouldn't be a problem. Let's pay attention first. Okay. See, if you start paying attention to the right a little bit more, you get rewarded for it. First try again. And it's an hourglass. I can use an hourglass because I'm always struggling with my video times. Especially if I start cutting in episodes. And not to mention that Let's Playing The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass is going to be hell the moment that becomes a thing. Let's not start thinking about that quite yet. Let's finish the stage. Okay, if I remember correctly, the level I was talking about, the owl maze in the factory, the return of the maze woods, you might say. That level should be coming up now, because I remember it's not the final stage, it's not the boss stage. And if that is true, I know that level is not too long, so We should have time for one more, no problem. Okay, this could be anything. 9, 8, 8, okay. I have less coins than I started this stage with, what the hell? I started with 6,800 and I have 6,700. Let's do something about that by beating one more stage today. Let's see if I'm correct. Don't shock the owl. Yeah, that says enough. Next owl maze. Let's get the coins on the bottom row first. And let's listen to this arrow on the background that points to the top right. Nice little touch. And yeah, the most awesome owl maze we have seen so far. This room, this first room of this stage is one giant owl maze. There's a couple of doors here and there. Owls everywhere in case you need to restart your flight. Definitely one of my favorite stages in this game, to be honest. I really love this stage. I'm also allowed to break tons of boxes, which is also really fun to do. Breaking stuff. Isn't that the whole reason why we play Wario Land 2, 3, 4? These games are made for breaking stuff. But okay, let's reset the room because I need you. Why did you think this... Oh yeah, of course. When I start cleaning up a room in order to make it easier to get an enemy down, I do need to make sure I do that correctly. Oh, thank you. Awesome. Those 7,000 coins shouldn't be a problem anymore. But anyway, that's taken care of. Let's move on. This is actually one of the few stages in this game where it's actually really satisfying trying to go for all of the coins in the stage. For some reason it just feels really challenging here, and also not too much of a hassle because you usually don't really have to go too far out of your way to actually get all of your coins. Okay, here we have Bubble Wario. We haven't seen that in a very long time. You can try to go through this room in one go, but you don't necessarily have to, because as you can see there's more bubble spawning points here, so... But of course, it's way more awesome to actually do it in one go. I earned those coins. Oh, oops. No, I don't want to get hit. No. Yeah. Oh, come on. Getting out of this room is more challenging than actually getting the coins. Okay, where were we? Mr. Owl, let's continue. A little stop taken care of. Oh, these diagonal portions can be annoying because the D-pad actually does not function in diagonal directions, so going up diagonally is quite challenging, to be honest. Going down all the way and then moving back up, but being hindered by these electric dudes. Once again, another room where getting out of the room is more challenging than actually getting the coins. Just like with the bubble room, finding the coins, the whole reason why we're here, that is pretty easy, but then we need to move out of this room again. And that is the challenge. Interesting perspective, you might say, when it comes to the platforming challenge. Not making getting the rewards challenging, but actually taking that reward out again. That is the challenge. But okay, let's move out of here. There's not really too much else to do here. Just a couple of dead ends with some coins, but time-wise, I think I might skip out on them. Let's just move on to room number 2, which is also immediately the final room. And of course also where the treasure room is, because we also have not seen that yet in this stage. So bring along a dude. Get yourself some coins here. I don't think that is everything, because of course the treasure room is also going to be hidden behind enemy blocks. So now we don't need your services anymore. Let's get ourselves another treasure. Not a whole lot more to do in this game. Only 7 more, counting this one. So we're reaching the end, finally. But still a chance for failure, so let's make sure we don't. Okay, there you are. With 450 coins remaining, I should be able to get to 7,100, 7,200 coins. So hopefully I can finish this episode off with me still being above 7,000 coins. Hopefully. Okay. Let's move on to the exit. Which is really easy because we saw where it was. We also saw we need this dude. And here we go. 20 minutes and 3 stages done. We break 7,000 once again. And another attempt of staying above it. But for that we need to see the number in 3 panels. Or less. Let's hope for the best. 1, 2, 3. No, it's not going to work out. It can be anything. 8, 6, 0 even. Come on. Okay, 0. For the first time we were forced to turn every single panel before we were able to see what it was. The curse at 0. And the curse of the 7,000 coins. See you folks next time. Treecks out.